Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Drogba chasing after it, and Dijk makes the interception. So Javier Zanetti, Jim, very little doubt, I suppose, that he will have a huge influence on the outcome today.
Absolutely, Peter. One of his teammates even said he was better than all of us put together, which goes to show how complete a player he actually is. When it comes to balancing attack and defence, I'm not sure there's ever been anyone better.
Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Now it's Drogba. Roberto Carlos finding himself in space. Marmoush. Patience, the overwhelming virtue in this game so far. Probing pass. Always onto this. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Roberto Carlos. Savani. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And it's Zanetti.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
That looks a cracking ball. And it's made its way to him. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Kante. He's being urged to shoot. Rivaldo quietly revving up. Van der Ven. France do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
I don't think you need...
He's had a shot! It is a corner, good chance.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Defending of the desperate variety. Drogba. Kelantan are looking to go forward now. Kante. And the shot! No, just not quite.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
De Ligt. And Zanetti. Rijkaard. Savani. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Rivaldo. Roberto Carlos, looking tidy in possession here. Some really good ball movement.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And they're quick to get it back. And he's there to get it away. Marmoush was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward.
Chance! Brilliant from Shevchenko! About as smooth as it gets. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
France have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Cafu. And they've got rid. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Van Dijk clears without hesitation. Oh, some tackle that. That's really well cleared. Rivaldo. Cafu. Succumbs to the pressure. And that was very necessary. That could spell trouble. That's good running with the ball. And he's well positioned here. Goes for a shot! And that's a sharp finish. They are purring, truly purring.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So that's two now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Cafu. Right, Shevchenko. Big chance! And that's and again! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
France are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. So right back into the action. Cafu picks it up out wide. Cafu just loves to go forward whenever he can. That has not gone well. Oh, easy pickings there. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Shevchenko. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. No way through there. That's an imaginative pass. And here's Marmoush.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Passing nice and neat. Now there's a fine ball. Can he get on the end of this? Cafu. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that could set him on his way. Oh, super ball. Can he finish?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Kelantan are managing to come away unscathed, admittedly with a fairly thick slice of luck.
Yeah, I felt that this was what their opponents were setting up to do, and they got away with that.
And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. Yellow or red? It is red. France are down to 10 men.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 13.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Girard. Attention, changement.
He's on it, can he get away? Gerrard! Goal! Just one goal in it now! Game on! Reflections on the goal?
Oh, I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Just one in it now.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Tries to think it through. Good read, needed to be. And he's managed to get rid. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Zanetti. Roberto Carlos.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now the delivery.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
France still have the cards to affect this game. Into the last quarter of an hour. Cafu. Kimmich receives it in a good position here. It's their second corner of the game. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Bastoni. It's a good spell of possession, this.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And it's Rijkaard. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Conte chips it through. Well, the less said about that pass, the better. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he was quick to react. Kimmich. I think we're just about done here. That's a good ball. Caught offside that time.
France nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Changement.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Lampard coming on, a player of legendary status.
Well, we're all delighted to see him, but we're not quite sure how he feels about not starting this.
Bastoni.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 5. Pour le remplacer, le
De Ligt.
numéro 2.
Lampard, the man we've all come to watch. Roberto Carlos. De Jong getting this one clear. And it's Rijkaard.
Temps additionnel.
And the number on the board is 3. Cafu play. And a header! Boom! Header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Gerrard. Rivaldo. Cafu. To Gerrard. Lampard. And that's it. France have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So things are underway. Bastoni cuts it out. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Aim forwards. Cafu. And this is Stoichkov. Shot at goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Stoichkov actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now they can spring out of defence. Rivaldo.
Well, Peter, I look at this side and think to myself, who's going to make the difference? Well, there's only one answer, and it has to be Rivaldo. He's capable of producing some extraordinary moments.
Indeed. Offensively, I guess there's very little, if anything, missing from his game. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Conte. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Ibrahimovic. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Gerrard. Rijkaard. Oh, no joy this time. Still goalless at the moment. Quarter of an hour played. That's a nicely shaped ball. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And it's Gerrard. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Cafu. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. France
Really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Stoichkov. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Marmoush. Ball played for Rijkaard. Cafu. Marmoush. Cafu.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Not the most convincing of passes. Stoichkov. Rijkaard. Approaching the half-hour mark. Drogba. Ibrahimovic. Conte. And here's Shevchenko. Can he get on the end of this? Gerrard. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Stoichkov really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Van de Ven. Pinches it off him. Played out towards the right wing. Zanetti. And it's Ibrahimovic. De Ligt is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Kimmich threads one in. Rivaldo. And the shot! It's there! That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Kelantan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And that has put paid to that. Now, can they get him away? And that's a simple one for the keeper.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances.
It's Ibrahimovic!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
He's through here, and he's lost his man here, and he shoots! And he's stuck it away! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, since going...
And that is indeed the final act. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. reflections on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each.
Changement.
Kelantan get the second half started. Ibrahimovic. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And there's green grass ahead of him. And this is Gerrard. Terrific effort! What a wonderful goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? That's really well manoeuvred. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And it's Rijkaard. And this is Shevchenko. Well read, and the danger is averted. And that is well cleared. Corner number 2 then. Ball's gone out of play. Van der Ven has it out wide and in space. Kimmich. And it's Conte. France really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Kelantan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 3, le numéro 5. À leur place,
Rijkaard is the team's great visionary.
le numéro 14.
Stoichkov. Stoichkov!
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
It's a pretty loose pass. France are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And he's managed to get rid. Bastoni. That's Gerrard. France disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Cafu. Looking to play him in. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Crunching tackle. Cafu. Back when it goes. Goes for a shot! And it's in! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
Perfect placement. The one play. Oh, terrible pass. Oh, great chance. He's having a shot. Goal, France! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Dani Olmo. Tacho does well to get it back. Dani Olmo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well, they could break here. France have scored 2 quick goals here and are ahead now by the odd goal in 5. Zanetti. Rijkaard, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. De Ligt gets a foot in here.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Marmoush touches it back. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. That has not gone well. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Cafu promptly onto that, and that is that. Looking for options for movement.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And this is Gerrard. He is through here. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. France have been handed a game-changing chance.
Le numéro 9. Pour le remplacer,
this further to improve their cause.
Messi.
Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, he dipped into a world of focus then and dismissed any distraction.
France have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Van de Ven. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Strokes it back. Floated through. Great chance! That is decidedly lacking. And it's Messi. Shevchenko. Played out wide. Now there's a fine ball. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Gerrard. And time is up. France have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Shevchenko taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
They've taken advantage of some complacency, Peter, but if you're offered a chance to do that, then you've got to be ready to pounce.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
The colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Shevchenko. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. France have themselves a chance from the spot. The major moment in the game. Sure. Not much more than a formality.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
Kelantan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Rijkaard. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Good ball over the top. Ah, he's given it a chance, surely! That's another chance! And yes, it's there! Two, and we've barely begun here. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. France are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's
Ibrahimovic! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Ibrahimovic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Cafu tries to clear. They get a throw in. It's a pretty loose pass. Marmoush. Stoichkov gets into a good position. He's found a way through. Now, can he find a finish? He's having a shot! And it's there! Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
France find a position of real strength now.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Gerrard. And he's there to get it away. And they've got a throw. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Shevchenko. Now it's Shevchenko. He's got away. Pass somewhat off target. And this is Drogba.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, that's well spotted. This is a promising build-up. Drogba has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Rivaldo! Ibrahimovic. Can he get it through? And he's quick to get rid. And that has put paid to that. Marmoush is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Looking for options for movement. Now here's the delivery. Oh, that's a fine interception. Ibrahimovic running with the ball. And he's managed to get free. And here's Rivaldo. Kimmich. Now, can they get him away? Oh, shooting chance! And that's in! They are playing them off the park! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
As if three weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. France are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. There's the shot! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
And he's there to belt it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Knocks it into space, and that could set him on his way. Now there's a... Can he finish? Oh, super goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Another one! This must be his personal high. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Stood up well to him there.
1 minute.
Stoichkov.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Stoichkov. Oh, he's bustling through here. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Rivaldo. He's a sharp little ball here. So a temporary halt to the action. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
France really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
France are looking awesome. Going into half-time with a lead then that is surely insurmountable.
Attention, changement.
We're on the move again. Roberto Carlos. And it's Lampard. Zanetti. Tries to pass it through. And that was very necessary. Rivaldo. Cafu proves too strong. He's having a good look here. This then an ideal chance to cut the deficit. Takes a shot! And he's stuck it away. So smooth, a signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
Kelantan still making a fight of this. That has been cut short. Lampard looking to pass their way up the pitch. And he welcomes it in. There, and the shot! Keeper always had the measure of that.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Kelantan have their third corner. Cleared without hesitation. France are looking to go forward now. Conte. Back in possession and shapes to shoot! It's in! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Le numéro 14.
Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from him.
Towering header! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And he hits the net! Just cruising! They are cruising! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Real chance! And it's in!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Kelantan get their goal. A bit of respectability restored. Referee's given a throw. That is good alertness. Lampard. That has not gone well.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Kimmich. Now it's Stoichkov. He can run onto that. And he's intervened well there. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
France clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Drogba's cross. Rijkaard clears it away. And they're back on the ball again. And this is Rivaldo. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. France really could have done without this. So where will he go? What a save from Maurice! Oh, he's missed!
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And it's going to be another one. They're up to 5 corners now. Rivaldo goes short. And he's taking no chances there. And this is Ibrahimovic. And the finish! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
The corner count is rising. That's 6. That's really well cleared. France have the chance to go the other way. Stoichkov, probing pass, not the most accurate pass. De Ligt. Passing is crisp and sharp, and it's Lampard. Rivaldo. Rivaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Gerrard. Van de Ven can clear it away. And he thumps it clear. Cafu, nicely shaped ball. Rijkaard makes the interception. Threads one in.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Lampard. Rivaldo. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Not where it came from. Oh, easy pickings there. Conte. Cafu has created 1 goal already. Engages and forces him off the ball. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Kimmich.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Marmoush looking to receive it in space. He's shifting through the gears here. Cafu. And it's Kimmich. Cafu gets across to intercept that. Drogba looking understandably energised after his goal. All the way back. Lloris, the consummate custodian whose focus is unbreakable. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. 5 minutes to add. Van Dijk. Bastoni. Cafu. Marmoush. And he cuts out the supply. De Ligt. And it's Rijkaard. So that's it. It is all over. Oh, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect, a win they will relish, having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Shevchenko, very much the hero in this game. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So straight into the action.
I'll be accused of bias here, but I can't overlook the great professional that is Javier Zanetti.
What's that? Shapes to shoot! He's delivered all right!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Rivaldo.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. This is a promising build-up. Van de Ven. Knocks it into space. And he's gone backward here. Drogba. Looking for options for movement. And this is just the keeper in his way. Ibrahimovic! Oh, good finish! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Kelantan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Lampard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Drogba, and he's been shifted off it. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Aims beyond the defence. Roberto Carlos does well to get it back. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Rivaldo.
France are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
He's dealt with that really well.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And here's Messi. Ibrahimovic does have his name on the score sheet, of course. That ball looks a good one. Rivaldo.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that's definitely not his best. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's a throw-in. And he's intervened well there. Rijkaard. Messi. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Gerrard. Now that's a lovely exchange. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That has ended up in no man's land. Roberto Carlos. It's Lampard. Now it's Drogba. Now it's Gerrard. Van der Ven charging forward, the ball at his feet. Just the talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And this is Rivaldo. Time and again they are repelled. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Stoichkov, shot at goal! And that's in! Right back in the game! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. And this is Drogba, and he's found a way past. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Rivaldo ready to try one. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Ibrahimovic! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Well timed, excellent interception. Rijkaard. Stoichkov. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And it's Rivaldo. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Stoichkov.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Ibrahimovic. Can he get it through? Great ball if he can get there. It's Rivaldo! And no mistake. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. That's the end of the first 45. So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. We're on the move again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that.
Gets his head on it! And he's quick to get rid. Zanetti tries one from range. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Zanetti clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Kelantan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And Dijk can get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, nicely intercepted. Stoichkov. That looks a decent ball. Van Dijk. Messi. Can he spark a counter here? Tries to play it through. Stoichkov! And a neat finish. Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Just one in it now.
What a difference, a half-time rocket from the manager.
And the shot! Oh, superb reflexes from the keeper. Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
France have the chance to go the other way. And the finish! He's got a goal! What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Kelantan go up by 2 and are looking good.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Well, that is one way to stop him. De Ligt is there, and he can get that clear. Ibrahimovic. Cafu. Cafu carries the ball down the right. Pass somewhat off target. Roberto Carlos producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And here's Messi. No way through, so back it comes. Kelantan can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Zanetti looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Oh, good ball!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Rijkaard calmly anticipates. No, that's been intercepted. Gerrard looking for a runner. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Bastoni gets across to intercept that. 75 minutes played. Oh, that's well spotted. Nicely weighted ball. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Drogba. Now, what about a counter-attack? And it's Lampard. And it's been played through. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Lampard is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And here's Marmoush, looking for the run. Marmoush unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
The final 5 minutes. Van Dijk. Great vision. Can he get on the end of this? Gerrard. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Stoichkov. Nicely shaped ball. No luck with that dink over the top.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
He's a sharp little ball here. Crosses it in. Oh, great leap! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
But inscrit, le numéro 14.
What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking?
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. France have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating.